evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJO Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1969 season is on the air. Today's date is June 19, 1969. We are at Robert F. Kennedy Stadium for a pretty big matchup between the Baltimore Orioles and the Washington Senators. The Orioles come into this game a record of 42-21. They are the best team in the league in this replay, I should say. The Senators come in 3 games under 500. And they are right now, they are in 5th place behind Baltimore, Boston, the Yankees, and actually they're in 4th place, actually. Baltimore, Boston, the Yankees have actually moved back into the top 3, and Detroit, and they actually lead Detroit. So right now, the Senators just trying to get some wins under their belt and stay in the postseason race, even though we are still only in mid-June. Lots of baseball left to play. So this is that old rivalry between the Orioles and the Senators that they had before Washington decided to move to Texas to become the Rangers. But we have a good one tonight, I believe. Steeler fan is first to join us here at RFK Stadium. The Orioles historically won this game. Baltimore, 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors. The Senators, no runs, 2 hits, and no errors. So this was a pitcher's duel between these two. Let's see if Inside Pitch happens to agree with it. And right now, anything is possible in this game, and we have had some really exciting matchups lately here on the board. And I think this is going to be pretty good as well. So, without further ado, I think we should get started. Starting pitcher for the Washington Senators tonight is Jim Hannan. Don't know much about him. 7 wins, 6 losses, a 3.65 ERA. 72 strikeouts and 89 walks in 69. We are at RFK Stadium, neutral park, 139 home runs, -1 to strikeouts, but +2 to walks. Yeah, so we should be expecting an offensive battle tonight as Phoenix Knight joins us here at RFK Stadium. So if everybody's ready to go for a game between the O's and the Sens, let's get right to it. Let's go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Orioles will be the left fielder, Don Buford. 291 average, 11 homers, 64 RBIs in 69. We're going to use red, white, and white dice. Senators are the home team, and we are set and ready. This is only our second look at the Orioles in this replay. This is our third look at the Senators. Hannan will go ahead and start the game off. Let's play some baseball. Hannan, 5'4", that's at the park. RFK Stadium, 5'4", and that's popped out behind the plate. Getting over there is going to be Paul Casanova in foul ground. That's going to be a pop out to the catcher, and that's out number 1. Next batter, the center fielder, Paul Blair, a 285 average, 26 homers, 76 RBIs. This Orioles team is pretty darn good. D. Scott Howard, the Goat Whisperer, joins us here at RFK Stadium. Hannan, 2-4, strikeout 9. That's going to be high. Blair, a 6-4, that's flied to left field. And Sam Bowens is going to get to that one and make the catch. Looking at this Orioles team, I still don't know how the Mets beat them in 69. Next batter will be the right fielder, the ambassador himself, Mr. Frank Robinson. Hall of Famer, yes, one of the greatest of all time. Damn straight. 308 average, 32 homers, 100 RBIs. Hannan will go ahead and pitch. Hannan, 6-2, walk. 6, that will be ball 4. He will walk Mr. Robinson. And he will trot to first on a ball 4. And now the first baseman, Boog Powell. And he was pretty ripped and had a great year in 69. 304 average, 37 homers, 121 RBIs. Something tells me if this Orioles team is going to make the playoffs, they're going to be a very tough out. Robinson had 9 stolen bases. He will stay where he is. Hannan, 1-5. That's a walk +10, and that 8 will walk Powell. So all of a sudden now, we got 2 walks. So 2 runners on base. And now we'll bring up the third baseman, the human vacuum cleaner, Mr. Brooks Robinson, Hall of Famer. Absolutely. Greatest fielding third baseman of all time. Yeah. 234 average, 23 homers, 84 RBIs in 69. Clee baseball fan, Cutter Historical, and David Vega joins us here at RFK Stadium. Strategy, and nothing on the 11. Hannan, a 1-4. That's a pitcher result against a righty. A 1-20 is an automatic out, and that's what that's going to be. And it's going to be a ground out to short, taken care of there by Ed Brinkman. And he is going to throw to second to get Powell, and that will retire the side. So nothing across except a couple of walks. And we go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles tonight, Dave McNally, 20 wins, 7 losses, a 3.21 ERA, 166 strikeouts, 78 walks in 69. Leading off for the Senators with a shortstop, Ed Brinkman, 266 average, 2 homers, 43 RBIs in 69. McNally, 6-3, home run result against the lefty, though Brinkman needs a 0, and it's not happening. Brinkman, 2-5, and instead he hits a deep fly ball to left field. Going after that is Don Buford, but he will have room, and he'll make the catch for the out. Next batter is the center fielder, Hank Allen, a 277 average, a homer, and 17 RBIs. Doug Hunt and Jeremy Brooks join us here at RFK Stadium. McNally with the pitch. 6-4 against a righty. It's a blank. Allen, 3-2. It's a base hit. He'll hit that one into center field, and Allen gets a single. So runner on first, infield double play. Next up is the first baseman, Frank Howard. A pretty good player. 296 average, 48 bombs, 111 RBIs in 69. One of the top players in the league that year. Allen is on at first. He had 12 stolen bases and none here. McNally, 2-6. That's a blank. Howard, 6-6. That's a single. He hits that one past third, and that will be a base hit. Allen very fast, a base running rating of 5, but will not make third. So he will hold. And there's already the 2 hits the Senators had in the game historically. And now we will see the right fielder, Brant Allier, 249 average, 11 homers, and 40 RBIs in 69. And strategy roll, and nothing on the 14. McNally in a jam here in the bottom of the first. McNally, 1-5, strikeout, 17. That's too high. Allier, a 1-2, and it's a base hit to center field. That'll be a single. Let's see here. Allen, base runner 5, single to center, a 0. A 1-5, Allen will score, and he will. Allen comes in to score. Howard does make third. Allier trying for second. Base running rating is a 3. He will hold it first. But the Senators jump out in front, 1-0 on the ball game. RBI single by Brant Allier. And now the third baseman, Ken McMullen, a 272 average, 19 homers, 87 RBIs in 69. Infield is going to play, they're going to play double play depth. They'll trade the run. Actually, no, they'll play in. Strategy roll, and nothing on the 16. McNally will pitch. McNally, 2-6, that's a blank. McMullen, 4-5, and McMullen hits one hard into right field, and that's going to be a double. Howard will come in to score. Allier, base runner 3, double to right, -2. He'll score on a 1. He will hold at third. McMullen gets an RBI double. It's 2-0 Senators. Stadium cheers. Yay! So already Dave McNally showing some signs that he might not have it tonight. And the next batter is the left fielder, Sam Bowens, a 193 average, no homers, and 4 RBIs. Marlon Price joins us here at RFK Stadium. Infield's going to stay in. Strategy, nothing on the 11th. McNally, 2-5, strikeout 14, got him, struck him out. Swing and a miss, and that is the first K from McNally, 2 away. And now the second baseman, Tim Cullen, 209 average, a homer and 15 RBIs in 69. Set runners at second and third. Strategy, nothing on the 9. McNally, 5-4, strikeout 8, that's too high. Cullen, a 3-2, and he grounds it to the shortstop. And that is Mark Belanger who will go ahead and get that. He will throw to first and retire the side. 2 runs, 4 hits for the Senators. They jump out in front quickly. It's 2-0 after 1. I don't know. Maybe Baltimore will be beatable in a division series. Who knows? We go to the top of the second. Leading off for the Orioles will be the second baseman, Davey Johnson, a 280 average, 7 homers, 57 RBIs, future world champion manager. And you probably already know what team he managed. Hannan, 4-4, walk 12, and that's ball 4, and Hannan cannot believe it. He's a 10, but +2 makes him a 12, and he will walk Johnson. Does not get the strike call. And now the catcher, Ellie Hendricks, a 244 average, 12 homers, 38 RBIs. Infield is double play depth. Frank S. joins us here at RFK Stadium. I am doing just fine, sir. Good to have you here, my friend. Strategy, nothing on the 9. Johnson stays where he is. Hannan, 2-3, walk +10. That 13 will walk him. And once again, Hannan is in trouble. That is already his 4th walk. And now the shortstop, Mark Belanger, 287 average, 2 homers, 50 RBIs. Already 2-0 in favor of the Sens, but the Orioles looking to come right back. Strategy, nothing on the 9. Hannan, 5-4, that's at the park. RFK, 1-1, that is a blank. We will have a rare play instead. So rare plays, men on. And that is a 34. If runner on first, single to right field with the runner attempting to go to third on close play. Roll 1d6 versus base runner plus right fielder arm. If higher, runner out, otherwise safe. Check injuries to runner and third base. Okay, well, there is a runner on first, but I also have a runner on second, with the runner attempting to go to third on a close play. So that tells me Davey Johnson scores automatically. So he comes to score. So Ellie Hendricks, runner attempting to go to third on a close play. Roll 1d6 versus base runner, which is 2, plus right fielder arm. And the right fielder arm is Allier. It's a 0. So a 1-2, he's safe. He's not. He is not. He is out. So Hendricks is out going to third. Belanger gets a single. He holds it first. And now I got to check for injuries to the runner and the third baseman. So let's see what we have for injuries here. So Ellie Hendricks' injury rating is a 4. That automatically takes him out of the game. So the Orioles just lost their catcher. And the third baseman is Ken McMullen, and his injury rating is a 0. So a 1, 2, or 3, he'll be okay. He stays in the game. So the Orioles just lost Hendricks for the ball game. That is 1 out. The Orioles do get the run, so it's 2-1. And now I got to bring another catcher for the Orioles, and that's going to be Andy Etchebarren. He will come in and play catcher for the O's. So timeout for substitution as Etchebarren will now take over. He's a little better, actually. So 4-4-15 -3. -3. So Andy Etchebarren will take over at catcher. Johnson was out. Belanger is on at first. It's now 2-1, though. And we got one out here in the top of the second. Now, after that, actually, that was Belanger is down. Now the batter is the pitcher, Dave McNally. He had an 0.85 average, and he did have a home run in 69. Frank Roszak joins us here at RFK Stadium. Strategy, nothing on the 8. Hannan, 4-5, error on a throw. McNally, 1-3. That's a ground ball to first. And that ball is hit to Frank Howard. His error rating is a 17. That is a 17, and he's going to make a throwing error. The question is, where did it go? So Belanger, let's see. So double play rating 2-2-2. Shortstop Brinkman +1. A 1-3. This would have been a double play. It is a 2, so it's a bad throw to the shortstop Brinkman, and his range is a 4, and he prevents the ball from getting past him, but everybody will be safe. So Belanger's on at second, and that's going to be an E3. And that's the first error on the Senators in the game. They didn't have any errors in the game historically. So runners at first and second on an error. Next up is Buford. Buford is 0-for-1. Belanger on at second. McNally on at first. Still one out. But 2-1 Senators here in the top of the second. Strategy, nothing on the 10. Hannan, 1-3. That is a blank. Buford, 5-5 against the righty. It's a ground ball to second base. 1-1-2. Shortstop pivot Brinkman +1. 1-3. It's a double play, and they got it. Side retired. 4-6-3 double play. 1 run on 1 hit and 1 error. The Orioles probably should have gotten more, but they're going to be happy. They're going to have to be happy with the 1 run as we go to the bottom of the second, as Buford grounds out into the 4-6-3. Bottom of the second, leading off for the Sens will be the catcher, Paul Casanova. 216 average, 4 homers, 37 RBIs in 69. McNally, 5-2. That's at the park. RFK, 4-6. That's a ground out to second base. That'll be handled by Davey Johnson, and he'll toss it over to first. And now the pitcher, Jim Hannan. He had a 115 average in 69. McNally, 5-1. That's a blank. Hannan, 4-6. That's a base hit for Jim Hannan. He'll get a single patch short. And the pitchers are really doing it here in this replay here on the network. Jim Hannan says, DH? I don't need no stinking DH. So Hannan gets a base hit. The next batter is Brinkman. Brinkman's 0-for-1. Infield double play. I don't think Hannan's going anywhere, and he's not. McNally will go ahead and pitch. McNally, 4-1. Strikeout 3. Yes, got him. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Second K for McNally. And the next batter is Allen. Allen got a base hit his first time up. And nothing happening on strategy. McNally, 4-4. Hit by pitch. 8. That is high. Allen, 4-6. And against the lefty, it's going to be a base hit. He'll hit a single past third. Hannan has no chance to get to third base. He'll stop at second. Runners at first and second. That's the second hit of the game for Allen. It'll bring up the dangerous Howard. Howard got a single his first time up. McNally in a bit of a jam here in the bottom of the second. 2-1 Senators. Strategy, nothing on the 5. McNally will pitch. 2-3 against the righty, blank. Howard, 3-6, and that's a single to right field. Don't know if that's going to score Hannan, but we'll find out. Base runner 1 with 2 outs becomes a 2. A single to right field is a 0. A 1-2, Hannan will score. He doesn't. He holds at third. Not very fast. But the bases are loaded for the Senators. Bases full of politicians. And now a chance for Brant Allier. And he is 1 for 1. McNally's got to be careful with him. He's got power. He had 11 homers in 69. And once again, the fans here at RFK hoping for a big hit. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 9. McNally will go ahead and he will pitch. McNally, 2-1. That's a pitcher result. And against a righty, a 1-6 is an automatic out. That's a 5. And that's going to be a fly ball to right field, but that will be caught by Frank Robinson to end the inning. No runs, 3 hits. But they could not get anybody across the plate. 2-1 Senators after 2. We go to the top of the 3rd. Leading off for B-Moore will be Paul Blair. Blair is 0 for 1. Hannan will go ahead and pitch. Hannan 2-2. Range play. Blair 6-6. That's a power hit to right field. That's a 16 against a righty. That's going to be a double, but it's a range play for Brant Allier. His range is a 1. That is a 1. Brant Allier charges it down and channels his inner Greg Luzinski and gets Blair 1 out. Brant Allier uses Greg Luzinski's power of the force and he gets him 1 down. What a play. It'll bring up Robinson. Robinson walked his first time up. Hannan. 2-1 against a righty. That's a walk plus 10, and that 16 will walk Robinson easily. So Robinson has walked for the 2nd time in the ball game. The next batter is Powell. Powell also walked. Infield double play. Anything on the strat? Nope, Frank Robinson. If anybody wonders why I say we channel our inner Greg Luzinski on outfielders that have a range of 1, check out Game 4 of my 1985 National League Division Series between the New York Mets and the Philadelphia Phillies. And you'll see why I say that. Hannan will go ahead. Let's see here. Strategy roll. Nothing happening. Robinson stays put. Hannan. 5-6. Strikeout 10. That will miss. Powell. 2-6. He flies out to left. Sam Bowens will come under it and get it for out number 2. 2 outs for the vacuum cleaner. Brooks is 0 for 1 as Vita Productions joins us here at RFK Stadium. Strategy, nothing on the 2. Robinson stays put. Hannan, 2-3. That's a walk plus 10. That 12 will walk Robinson. So runners at first and second, another walk given up by Hannan. That's his 6th. He did have more walks than strikeouts that year, so I am not surprised he's having control issues. The next batter is Johnson. Johnson also walked his first time up. The runners at first and second. Strategy, nothing on the 19. Hannan will pitch. Hannan, 4-1. Strikeout 20. No way. Johnson, 4-2. That's a power hit to right field. That's a 17. And against the righty, that's just going to be a fly ball to right. And Brant Allier is going to get to that one, make the catch, and retire the side. Nothing across except a couple of walks. Still 2-1 Senators. But yes, for anybody who wants to know why I say we channel our inner Greg Luzinski, that's the game you got to look at. In the 1985 replay, it was inside pitch. The Mets and the Phillies, game 4 of that series, which still is in my craw. Check that game out, and you'll see why we say our inner Greg Luzinski. Bottom of the 3rd, leading off for the Senators will be Ken McMullen, and he got a double his first time up. McNally will go ahead and pitch. McNally, 3-5, error, grounder. McMullen, 5-2. That's a fly out to center. That'll get taken care of by Paul Blair. And one down. Next up is Bowens. Bowens 0 for 1. McNally, 3-1, wild pitch, ball 1. 3-1, wild pitch, ball 2. 3-1, wild pitch, ball 3. 6-2, strikeout 4, and got him. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That's strikeout number 3 for McNally. So Bowens must have had a 3-0 count and then came back and struck him out, 2 down. And yes, if I do roll 4 wild pitches in a row like that, it is ball 4. And he walks. Here's Cullen. Cullen is 0 for 1. That's actually a house rule, but most people use that idea, and it makes sense. McNally, 2-2, strikeout, 15 is high. Cullen, a 6-2. That's a power hit to center field. That's a 12 and against the lefty. Cullen will have himself a double. He will slide into second base with a 2-out double, so a runner in scoring position for the Senators. A chance for Casanova. He's 0 for 1. Strategy, nothing on the 10. Cullen stays at second. McNally looking in on Casanova. McNally, 5-2. That's at the park. RFK, 5-4, and that's pumped up behind the plate. And this time, Andy Etchebarren's going to go ahead and get this one in foul ground and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Senators. Still 2-1 after 3. Fourth inning. And leading off for the Blackbirds will be the catcher, Andy Etchebarren, who took over for Hendricks. He had a 249 average, 3 homers, and 26 RBIs in 69. Hannan, 1-3, blank. Etchebarren, 3-3. That's a fly out to left. Handled easily there by Bowens. Here's Belanger. Belanger got a base hit his first time up. Hannan, 2-4, strikeout 11. That's too high. Belanger, 6-2. He hits one to right field, but that stays where it's got to be. And Allier will go ahead and make the play. Next up is McNally. McNally reached on an error his first time up, actually. Hannan with the pitch. Hannan, 1-1. Home run chance. Righty, 1-18. The 16 is good. Against a righty, McNally needs a 4. Does he tie the ball game? No. 4-5. Instead, he chops it to shortstop, handled easily there by Ed Brinkman, and he will throw it over to first and retire the side. So that is going to be a 1-2-3 inning on the O's. And we'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Leading off for the Sens will be Jim Hannan, and he got a base hit his first time up. 2-1 Senators, bottom of the 4th inning. McNally, 2-4 against a righty, strikeout 7. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That is strikeout number 4 for McNally. And now Brinkman. Brinkman is 0 for 2. McNally, 4-3. That is a blank. Brinkman, 2-1. Base hit. Hits one past short. And Brinkman gets his first hit of the ball game. Next up is Allen. Allen, 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Brinkman at double play depth. Brinkman will stay where he is. McNally will go ahead and deal. McNally, 3-5, error on a grounder. Allen, 4-4 against the lefty. That's not an error. It's a slow hit ball to third. That is picked up by the vacuum cleaner. Brinkman will automatically make second. Allen is very fast, though. His base running rating is a 5, and the throw got him. 2 outs. What a play by Brooks Robinson as he sucks up the ball and blows it over to first to get the out. Allen thought he had that easily, but Brooks Robinson just gets him. 2 outs. Brinkman's still on second base, though, and the next batter is Howard. Howard 2 for 2 with 2 singles. So Brooks Robinson makes a Hall of Fame play, like he usually did. Strategy roll, nothing on the 15. McNally, a 4-2. That's at the park. RFK, 1-4. That's a base hit to right field. It's a single plus. It will score Brinkman automatically. Howard has to try for second. Base runner 2. Right fielder is Frank Robinson. His arm rating is a -1. So Howard will take second on a 1. And he does! Frank Howard comes in there and slides into second base, and that's going to be an RBI double. Stadium cheers. Yay! And it is now 3-1 in favor of the Senators. The batter now is Allier. Allier, 1 for 2, has already made some amazing plays already out there. 3-1 in favor of the Sens. Strategy, nothing on the 4. Howard stays at second base. McNally, 1-6, strikeout, 15. That will miss. Allier, 5-6, and against the lefty, that is going to be a ground out to the shortstop. Handled there by Belanger. He'll throw it over to first, and that will retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits for the Senators. They have a 3-1 lead here after 4 over the very powerful Orioles. But when you play one game, you never know. Top of the 5th. Hannan back on the mound. He can only pitch to 23, so he's got 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. He's got 5 more batters he can face before he tires. McNally has 4. But it is the top of the order for the Blackbirds. Here's Don Buford, and he's 0 for 2. Hannan will go ahead and pitch. Hannan, 5-5, strikeout, 18 will miss. Buford, 6-1 against a righty. That's a ground out to first base. And Frank Howard will go ahead and take it to the bag himself. Next batter is Blair. Blair is 0 for 2. Hannan, 2-3. That's a walk plus 10, and he walks Blair. Hannan has allowed more walks. He's only allowed 1 hit in this whole game. But that is his 7th walk he's allowed. Infield double play, and here comes Robinson. He's walked twice. Blair at 20 stolen bases, and he will stay put. Hannan, 3-6, that's a blank. Robinson, 2-6, that's hit well. That's a power hit to right field. That's a 13, and against the righty, Frank Robinson is going to go ahead and get an RBI. That's going to be a triple. Robinson hits that one off the right field wall. Blair comes in to score. It's 3-2. RBI triple by Frank Robinson. Only the second hit given up by Hannan. Batter now is Powell. Powell is 0 for 1 with a walk. Infield is in. Now a 3-2 ball game here at RFK. Strategy, nothing on the 19. Hannan will pitch to Powell. Hannan, 1-3. That is a blank. Powell, 5-2. That's a fly ball to left field. That's going to be caught by Bowens. That is out number 2. Powell has a very good sacrifice fly rating. It's a 3. No, that will miss. Frank Robinson base running rating of 4. Left fielder Bowens a 0 arm, a 1-4. Robinson will still score. And he does, and this game is tied. Stadium groans. We are tied at 3 on a sacrifice fly by Boog Powell. And now the batter is Brooks Robinson, and he's 0 for 1 with a walk. Good matchup here between the O's and the Senators. Pretty good game here. Hannan, 3-1 against a righty. It's a blank. Robinson, 3-2. That's grounded to second base. Over with it will be Tim Cullen, and he will throw it over and retire the side. 2 runs, 1 hit, a walk, and a sacrifice fly. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Leading off for the politicians will be Ken McMullen, and he's 1 for 2. He's got a double. McNally can pitch to 4 more before he tires. Hannan, by the way, is tired. We'll see what they want to do with him for the 6th. McNally, 3-2, possible error. McMullen, 1-3, ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Mark Belanger. His error rating is an 8. That's a 10. He won't make an error. He will throw to first and get the out. Here it comes Bowens. Bowens has struck out twice. McNally, 2-1. Pitcher result, and that 1 is going to be an automatic out. And that's going to be a ground ball to third, this time taken over by the vacuum cleaner, and he will toss it over to first. And now here's Cullen. Cullen 1 for 2 with a single. McNally goes ahead and pitches. McNally, 2-5, strikeout 7. That will miss. Cullen, 5-1, and that's a ground ball to second base, handled easily there by Davey Johnson. And he'll take his time, toss it over, and retire the side. First time Dave McNally retires the Senators in order. We are tied at 3 after 5. Top of the 6th. Leading off for the Orioles will be Davey Johnson. And he is 0 for 1 with a walk. Hannan is tired. He is due to bat second in the bottom of the inning. And they're going to see if he can get through this inning here. Hannan will pitch. Hannan, 3-6, blank. Johnson, 3-4, base hit. Hits 1 into center field. And the Orioles have the leadoff man on. Next up is Echebarren. Echebarren is 0 for 1 with a walk. Infield a double play. Strategy roll for Johnson. And he stays put. Echebarren does get the hit and run, but he'll swing away. He's got pretty decent home run power. Hannan will pitch. Hannan, 5-6, strikeout 3. Got him. That's a big K by Hannan. And that is his first. That's the first strikeout for Jim Hannan in the game. 1 down. He only had 72 of them in 69. Here's Belanger. Belanger is 1 for 2. He's got a single. Johnson's still on at first. They'll stay at first. Hannan, 1-6, possible error. Belanger, 6-1, ground ball, second base. That ball is hit to Tim Cullen. His error rating is a 6. That's a 14. He won't make an error. Let's see if they turn it. 2-2-3. Shortstop pivot. Brinkman, +1 is 4. No. Johnson thrown out at second. Belanger will get to first base on the fielder's choice. The next batter is McNally, and he is he tired? He will be tired after Casanova, and he did have 40 starts. Do I take him out with a runner on first? Probably. The Baltimore bullpen is still pretty good. Let me look at the Oriole bullpen real quick, unless I want him to go one more inning. The Oriole bullpen is excellent. This was the best team in baseball in 69. They just didn't win the World Series. That's going to be it for Dave McNally. They're going to bring in a pinch hitter, and it is going to be Merv Rettenmund. 247 average, 4 homers, 25 RBIs. He will come on and pinch hit. Jim Hannan trying to go ahead and get this inning done with 2 outs here. Belanger on at first, strategy roll. Nothing on the 2. Belanger actually, nope, he will stay put. Hannan will deal. Hannan, 1-2, walk, 13. Yes, ball 4, he walked him. He walks Redmond. And let's see here. Hold on a second here. That was a fielder's choice. Then he walked him. And now the top of the order with Buford, and that's going to be it for Jim Hannan. They will yank him. So that's enough for Hannan. He will come out of the game, and we will see a pinch hitter for him. So a new pitcher for the Senators. And coming on to bat the pitch, they're looking just to get 1 out. And it is going to be, they're going to go with Dave Baldwin. 2 wins, 4 losses, 4 saves, a 4.01 ERA. Baldwin will be pitcher number 2 for Washington. His job is to get 1 out. So Belanger on at second, Redmond on at first, Don Buford at the plate. He is 0 for 3. 2 men down, tied at 3, Orioles and Senators in a pretty big matchup here in mid-June. Strategy roll, nothing on the 18. Baldwin will pitch. 4-1, that's a walk, but the 20 is high. Buford, 2-4, and it's a ground ball to second base. That'll get handled there by Cullen, and he is going to throw to first to retire the side. Nice job of managing there by the Senator manager to bring in Dave Baldwin to get 1 out. You don't see managing like that on that other channel. So no runs, 1 hit, and a walk. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Leading off for the Senators will be Paul Casanova. He is 0 for 2. Orioles need a pitcher. Where's your easy button for your good managerial decisions? And let's see who they're going to come on. Coming on to pitch for the Orioles is going to be Dick Hall. 5 wins, 2 losses, 6 saves, a 1.92 ERA. As I said, this Orioles team was the best team in 1969. They just didn't win the World Series. Casanova 0 for 2. Bottom of the 6th, still tied at 3. Hall, 3-5. Strikeout, 17 will miss. Casanova, 6-3. And that's a ground out to the shortstop, Belanger. They'll go ahead and get that and throw him out, 1 down. Baldwin coming out. We'll see a pinch hitter for the Senators. And it's going to be Del Unser. 286 average, 7 homers, 57 RBIs. So Unser will pinch hit. The pitcher spot is 1 for 2. Dick Hall will go ahead and pitch. Beatles Eternally joins us here at RFK Stadium. About time he shows up. Haven't seen him in my chat in a long while. But it is always good to see Beatles Eternally, because after all, he's been traveling on a yellow submarine lately. That counts. Howell will go ahead and pitch. Hall, 1-4. Against the lefty, it's a blank. Unser, 5-4. Base hit. Hits 1 to pass short. And that's a single for Unser. Base hit for Unser. Once again, great managing for the Senators. As I said, you don't see managing like this on that other channel. Next batter is Brinkman. Brinkman is 1 for 3. Good to have you here, Beatles. Always good to see you. Always. You're one of my favorites. But then again, everyone is my favorite. Unser on at first. Strategy roll. And nothing on the 11. Hall will go ahead and pitch. Hall, 4-3. That is a blank. Brinkman, 6-1. Base hit. Hits 1 into right field. Unser, base runner 4. A single to right +1. A 1 to 5. He'll get to third, and he will. Unser winds up at third base. Got good speed. And now the Senators are threatening to get a run. Brinkman now 2 for 2. And here comes Allen. Allen 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Infield will play in. Unser, very good speed. Unser on at third. Brinkman on at first. Hall in some trouble here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Strategy, nothing on the 10. Hall will pitch to Allen. Hall, 1-3, strikeout 6. Cold strike 3 on Allen. Got him looking. Allen should have swung at that one. Now Paints, that was right at the letters, and that's out number 2. 2 down now, and here comes the dangerous Frank Howard. Howard is 3 for 3 tonight, 2 singles and a double. Hall looking to try to get through this inning here. Still tied at 3 in a big matchup between the O's and the Sens. Hall will go ahead, strategy roll. That's a 20, but Hall has no pickoff ratings. He will concentrate on Howard. Hall, 6-5, against the righty. It's a home run result against the righty. Howard has a 20, and that really just doesn't quite matter, does it really anyway? Because that ball is pretty much gone. Kaboom! High, deep, gone. 3-run bomb, Frank Howard. Stadium cheers. Yay! Dick Hall goes ahead and pitched Howard a meatball, and he turned that into lasagna. It's 6-3 Senators. I don't know what manager decided to bring Dick Hall and pitch for the Orioles. That manager must work for the other channel. Next batter is Allier. Allier is 1 for 3. Howard now has a home run. He's only a triple short of the cycle. Hall will go ahead and pitch to Allier. But it now is a 6-3 Senator lead. Hall, 2-5, strikeout 16. Got him, struck him out, and the inning is over. But the damage is done. 3 runs, 3 hits, a 3-run bomb by Frank Howard. He had 48 of them in 69. Not surprising. 6-3 after 6. As David Vega says, battle of the Beltway, and that ball landed on the Beltway. Top of the 7th. Paul Blair leads off for the Blackbirds. We need to have a new pitcher for the Senators. And let's see what that's going to be. And it will be, they got right, left. Coming on to pitch for the Senators is going to be Bob Humphreys. 3 wins, 3 losses, 5 saves, a 3.04 ERA in 69. So top of the 7th here. Bob Humphreys will pitch to Blair. 6-3, favor of the Sens. Humphreys, 2-5, range play. Blair, 5-4. That's a fly ball to right field. But once again, that is hit to Brant Allier. His range is a 1. He made one earlier. Can he make another one? No. And that's going to be a double for Paul Blair as he bounces that 1-1 off the right field wall, and Blair will hold him to second base. Leadoff double for the O's. And now the dangerous Frank Robinson is up. He hit a triple his last time up. He's 1 for 1, a triple and 2 walks. Humphreys will go ahead and pitch to the Ambassador. Strategy rolls are still on. Nothing on the 13. Humphreys, 3-2. That's a walk plus 10. He'll walk him on the 4. And just like that, the tying run comes to the plate. Third walk by Frank Robinson, and now the very powerful Boog Powell. He is 0 for 2 with a walk and a sacrifice fly. Infield a double play depth. So right now it's 6-3, but Powell has power to make this once again to tie this game up. Strategy, nothing on for Humphreys. He will pitch. 6-2 against the lefty. Strikeout 12 will miss. Powell, 1-3, and Powell hits a double into center field. Blair will come in. He will score. Robinson, base runner 4, double to center +1, a 1-5. Robinson scores. He does. Powell on at second base, and it is now 6-5. No lead is safe. An inside pitch. Two RBI double by Powell. And now here's Brooks Robinson. He is 0 for 2 with a walk. Matthew Stringer joins us here at RFK Stadium. Powell on at second. Humphreys will pitch to him. Still nobody out here in the 7th inning. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 4. Powell stays put. Humphreys, 5-4, blank. Brooks Robinson, 4-6, and he popped out to first base. Frank Howard will go ahead and get that for the first out. Next batter is Johnson. Johnson is 1 for 2, a single and a walk. Powell stays put. Humphreys will go ahead and pitch. Humphreys, 1-5, that's a blank. Johnson, 2-6, and that's a ground ball to second base. That'll get picked up by Tim Cullen, and he'll throw to first for the out, and Boog Powell moves to third. So now, the batter is Echebarren. Echebarren is 0 for 2 since he came in for the injured Ellie Hendricks. 2 down now. Humphreys trying to get out of this inning without just giving up the 3 runs back. It is now 6-5. Humphreys will pitch. Strategy. Nothing on the 10. Humphreys. 5-2. Possible error. Echebarren. 4-5. It's a ground ball to short. That ball was hit to Ed Brinkman. His error rating is a 6. That is a 6. It handcuffs him. He's going to drop the ball. Echebarren is safe. Powell comes in to score. We're tied. Stadium groans. That is an E6 on Brinkman. It allows Echebarren to reach first, and that's the second error on the Senators. And that is a big one as we are tied at 6. Game of the Year candidate, absolutely. And now Echebarren on it first. The batter is Belanger, and he is 1 for 3, a single. And Humphreys cannot believe what's happened here. He'll be tired of Belanger. A 3-run bomb in the bottom of the 6th, and the Orioles get the 3 runs right back in the 7th. Strategy. Nothing on the 4. Echebarren stays put. Humphreys, 1-2. Wild pitch. Ball 1. Humphreys again, 1-4. Range play at the park. RFK. 3-2. It is a home run to center field. Now against a righty, Belanger needs a 2. The 14 is high, but now it's a range play for Hank Allen. And he was also bad out there. His range is a 1, and he can't get it, and that's going to be an automatic double. That's an automatic double for Allen. Will it score Echebarren? Base runner 2 with 2 outs of 3. A double to center +1. A 1-4. Echebarren will score. He does! And the Orioles take the lead. That is a 1. Belanger, a 1-4. He takes third. He does. 7-6 Orioles. Stadium barfs. Yeah. That'll go as a double for Belanger with an extra base. And the Orioles put 4 here in the top of the 7th to take a 7-6 lead. And Humphreys is tired and pretty much done. And we'll see a pinch hitter for Dick Hall as the Orioles will go to the bench. And coming on to bat is going to be Dave May. 242 average, 3 homers, 10 RBIs. Humphreys is done. They've seen enough. And the Senators will go to a new pitcher. And it is going to be Darryl Knowles. 9 wins, 2 losses, 13 saves, a 2.25 ERA. So now Darryl Knowles will come in to pitch to May. And for here in the top of the 7th inning, still 2 outs. And now 7-6 Orioles. Belanger on at third. Knowles will go ahead and pitch to May. Strategy roll. That's a 19, nothing happening. Knowles. 2-3, walk 10, that just missed. May. 6-6, that's a ground out to second base. That'll get handled by Cullen. And he will throw to first to retire the side. 4 runs, 3 hits, 1 error, 1 walk. And the Orioles take a 7-6 lead. And we are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Don't forget, we've got 10-minute ticker coming up after tonight's game. Our next game will be tomorrow morning for Sunday morning baseball, and it will be June 22nd. And what do we got scheduled for tomorrow morning? We have the rivalry. I always got to do one of these games every year in the regular season, and it gets its choice tomorrow. From Fenway Park, the New York Yankees take on the Boston Red Sox. It will be Bill Burbach going for the Yankees, and Ray Jarvis will be taking on the Red Sox. So that'll be tomorrow morning at around 11 for some big-time rivalry baseball. I got to do a Yankees-Red Sox game every year, at least if it does. I mean, they do sometimes happen in the postseason, but I always got to make one Red Sox-Yankees game every year. So that will be our game for tomorrow. The Yankees and the Red Sox, Burbach and Jarvis at Fenway Park. That'll be tomorrow morning on Inside Pitch. Bottom of the 7th here, Orioles lead 7-6. Leading off for the Senators will be Ken McMullen. He is 1 for 3 with a double. Orioles need a pitcher. And they're going to go with, coming on to pitch for the Orioles will be Dave Leonard. 7 wins, 4 losses, a save, a 2.49 ERA. Dave Leonard will be pitcher number 4 for the Orioles. And we'll see what he can do here. So here comes McMullen against Dave Leonard. Bottom of the 7th, 7-6. Leonard, 2-3, walk 4, and just like that, it's ball 4. So McMullen draws a walk to start the inning. And here comes Bowens. May see a pinch hitter for him. Let's see what they want to do. And they will. Bowens is in left field. Yeah, they will. Bowens is going to come out of the game, and coming on to pinch hit for him will be Ed Stroud. He'll also take over in left field. 252 average, 4 homers, 29 RBIs. So timeout as Stroud will now take over in left. He's a little better. He's a 2-0 plus 1, though. So he's taking over in left field for the Senators. He's a plus 1, so -1 plus 2, 0. There you go. So Ed Stroud will take over in left field for the Sens. McNally on at first base, infield double play. Strategy. That is a 1. McNally gets the steal sign, but he's staying put. Leonard will pitch. Leonard, 5-4. That's a blank. Stroud, 5-6. And that's a ground out to second base. 2-2-3. Shortstop, pivot, Belanger, +1 is 4. They got it. 2 outs. 4-6-3 double play hit into by Stroud. Now the batter is Cullen, and Cullen is 1 for 3 with a double. Leonard, he'll go ahead and make the pitch. Leonard, 2-1, home run result, but Cullen has zeros against righties. It's not happening. Cullen, 4-2, and he hits a deep fly ball to center field. Going back for that is Paul Blair. He will have room. And he'll make the catch and retire the side. Nothing across except the walk. 7-6 Blackbirds after 7. '98 Yankees, 69 Orioles, 76 Reds, 93 Giants, and 53 Dodgers. Frank S., you forgot the 86 Mets. We go to the top of the 8th. Because the 86 Mets are one of the top 10 teams in baseball history. Top of the 8th, and top of the order for the Orioles, it'll be Don Buford leading off. Darryl Knowles will continue to pitch. He will continue to pitch. He can pitch to 5 more batters before he tires. So let's see what they do here. Knowles will pitch. Knowles, 3-1. That's at the park. RFK, 4-2, single plus to center field. Bueller rounding first base has got to try for 2. Base runner 4, center fielder Allen, a 0 arm. Buford is safe on a 4, and he is. Don Buford goes ahead and leads off with a double. As he'll hold at second base, the batter now is Blair. Blair is 1 for 3, a double and a walk. Buford on at second. Knowles will continue to pitch. Strategy rolls are still on. Nothing on the 14. Knowles, 6-1 against the righty. It's a blank. Blair, 3-1. Blair hits 1, and that's going to be a double into left field. That'll score Buford, and the Orioles get another run. And it is now 8-6 in favor of the O's. Stadium groans. So Paul Blair gets his second straight double, and now the Orioles have an 8-6 lead. And the batter now is Robinson. And Robinson is 1 for 1. He's got a triple, but he's been walked 3 times. Strategy, nothing on the 17. Blair stays at second. Knowles will pitch. Knowles, 3-4, strikeout, got him. Big K for Darryl Knowles, and that's out number 1. And now Powell. Powell is 1 for 3, a double and a walk. Blair on at second base. Knowles goes ahead and deals. Strategy first, nothing on the 18. 5-3, strikeout 2. He got Powell, struck him out. Knowles trying to finish the inning strong despite giving up a run. And now Brooks is the next batter. He is 0 for 3 with a walk. 8-6 Orioles. But the Senators are still playing hard. Senators had a 6-3 lead, and the Orioles have now scored 5 unanswered. Strategy, nothing on the 8. Blair stays at second. Knowles, 3-6 against a righty strikeout, but the 15 is high. Robinson, 5-6, and it's a base hit to left field. That'll be a single. Blair, base runner 5, becomes a 6 with 2 outs. And that is hit to left field. And that is going to be +2. He's not going to be a throw. Blair will score easily. Robinson holds it first, and it's now 9-6. Stadium groans. And now the batter is Johnson. Knowles is tired. They're going to see if he can finish out the inning. He's due to bat second. But now a 9-6 lead here for the Orioles. Historically, this was a 2-0 game. Knowles will go ahead and pitch. Strategy rolls are now off. Knowles, 3-1. That's at the park. RFK, 6-1. That's grounded to second base. That'll get taken care of there by Tim Cullen. And he is going to throw to first to get Johnson and retire the side. 2 runs, 3 hits for the Orioles, and we go to the bottom of the 8th. Dave Leonard will stay on the mound. Leading off for the Senators will be Paul Casanova. And he's 0 for 3. 9-6. What a weird game. Washington got out to a 2-0 lead early. And then they had a 3-1 lead. Then the Orioles tied it up. Then Washington put 3 in the 6th. And now the Orioles have scored 6 runs in the last 2 innings. Leonard, 3-1. That's a blank. Casanova, 4-1. That's a power hit to center field. That's an 8, and that's going to be a leadoff double for Casanova. So now maybe the Senators can do something here in this inning. Knowles is not going to bat. They will go to the bench. And coming on to pinch hit will be Mike Epstein. 278 average, 30 homers, 85 RBIs. Mike Epstein, very powerful. That's a very good year for him. Casanova on at second. Strategy rolls are still off. Leonard will pitch. Leonard, 1-1. Strikeout, got him on the 3. He gets Epstein for the out. And now here's Brinkman, who made a very key error in the last inning. Brinkman is 2 for 4. He's got 2 singles. Casanova on at second. Leonard, 5-6, error on a grounder. Brinkman, 6-5, and that's going to be a fly ball to left field. That's going to be caught by Buford for out number 2. Casanova will stay at second base. And now here's Allen. Allen 2 for 4. He's got 2 singles. Leonard goes ahead and pitches. Leonard, 1-2. That's a blank. He's not tired. Allen, a 6-4, and he grounds it right back to the pitcher. Leonard will go ahead and get that, take his time. Over to first it goes, and that will end the inning. No runs and a hit for the Senators. It is 9-6 after 8. We go to the top of the 9th. Leading off for B-More will be Andy Etchebarren. And he is 0 for 3, but he did reach on an error since taking over for Hendricks. And the Senators need a pitcher. And it is going to be It is going to be Casey Cox. 12 wins, 7 losses, a 2.77 ERA in 69. Cox is pitcher number 5 for the Senators. Cox will go ahead and pitch. Cox, 3-3. Home run result against the righty. Etchebarren needs an 11. That's a 9, and that's gone. Kaboom! That ball is high. That ball is deep. And that ball is gone. Home run, Andy Etchebarren. Stadium groans. Cox comes in and unloads a grapefruit to Etchebarren, and he turns that into fruit salad. It's 10-6 Orioles. Etchebarren comes off the bench for the injured Hendricks, and he hits himself a bomb later in the game. So now it is a 10-6 lead. Batter now is Belanger. It's just starting the top of the ninth. Cox with the pitch. Cox, 1-2. That's a blank. Belanger, 3-3. That's a power hit to right field. That's a 10. That's going to be too high. It's going to be a fly ball to right. And that's going to be caught by Allier. Pinch hitter coming in for David Leonard as the Orioles will go to the bench. And it is going to be Chico Salmon. 297 average, 3 homers, 12 RBIs. Salmon will come on and pinch hit as the Orioles will go to the bullpen for the 9th. Cox will pitch. Cox, 6-2. Strikeout 1. Got him. They'll go ahead and get Salmon for the second out. And now here's Buford. Buford is 1 for 5. Got a double his last time up. His first hit of the game, actually. 2 down here. 10-6 Orioles. Cox with the pitch. Cox, 3-4 against the switch left. That's a walk plus 10, and that will walk Buford. So Buford now on base. The batter is Blair, and Blair is 2 for 4, 2 doubles and a walk. Cox just trying to finish out the inning. Cox with the pitch. 4-6, strikeout, 19 is high. Blair, 2-3, and it's a line drive to third that's gloved by Ken McMullen, and the inning is over. 1 run on 1 hit, a solo bomb by Andy Etchebarren, and the Orioles have a 10-6 lead. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Leading off for the Senators will be Frank Howard. He is a triple short of the cycle. He's 4 for 4, 2 singles, a double, and a home run. The Orioles will go to the bullpen, and even though it's really not a save situation, but they're not going to be stupid, they'll go ahead and put out Eddie Watt. 5 wins, 2 losses, 16 saves, a 1.65 ERA. Leonard does get credit for a hold, though. So Watt will go ahead and pitch to Howard. Bottom of the 9th, 10-6 Orioles. Frank Howard needs a triple in order to get the cycle. Watt with the pitch. Watt, 3-5 against the righty. Strikeout 6. There ain't going to be no cycle. That is a strikeout. Struck him out. 1 down. I've had 2 cycles in my throughout the history of my network, by the way. Here's Allier. Allier is 1 for 4 with a single. The best cycle I had was Mike Schmidt during the 1976 season when Mike Schmidt went into a natural cycle. Single, double, triple, home run. White with the pitch. Watt, 5-5 against the righty. Strikeout. That 18 got him. Struck him out. So Watt goes ahead and gets that. 2 away. And the last chance for the Senators will be Ken McMullen. He is 1 for 3, a double and a walk. Watt trying to finish the game for the Orioles. Watt will pitch. 3-6. Pitcher result against the righty. A 1-14's an automatic out. That's a 5. And that is going to be a ground ball to first. That's going to be picked up by Boog Powell. He goes ahead and waves off the pitcher. He runs to the bag, jumps on the bag. That's your game. Orioles will beat the Senators tonight 10-6. Stadium groans. So the Baltimore Orioles will get the win tonight as they beat the Senators 10-6. Baltimore will go to 43-21. The Senators drop to 31-35. So a nice win for the Orioles over the Senators, and just shows you how good this team really could be. Final line score coming up. Good baseball game. For the Orioles, 10 runs on 10 hits and no errors. For the Senators, 6 runs on 14 hits and 2 errors. The winning pitcher is going to be Dick Hall. He'll get the win. Bob Humphries is going to wind up with the loss. Dave Leonard does get credit for a hold. And Watt does too, because he didn't give up any runs. So that's it here for tonight, for tonight's ball game. But we're not done yet. 10-minute ticker is next. Good matchup there. Not too bad. But the better team definitely won, that's for sure. This Orioles team is going to be a very, very tough out in the playoffs. But then again, we all know how my inside pitch expanded playoffs go. Very rare that the best team in my replay wins it all. Very rare. It is now time for the 10-minute ticker, brought to you by FastScore Baseball. So the Orioles do get a 10-6 win on the Senators tonight. Let's see how the rest of the majors go. June 19th, Seattle at the White Sox. Pilots 14-42. That's 5. White Sox 13-21, and that's 2. A win for the Pilots. Boston at Cleveland. Red Sox 15-52, and that is 6. Indians 7-23, and that's 2. A win for the Bo Sox. The Indians are beginning to fade. California at Minnesota. Angels 4-54, that is 4. Twins 14-53, and that's 6. It's a win for the Twins. They need wins to catch up. Detroit at the Yankees. Tigers 10-23, that is 2. Yankees 4-33, and that is also 2. They go to extras. Detroit rolls a 3, -1 is 2. Yankees roll a 2, +2 is 4. And the Yankees will get the win over the Cats. The Yankees are once again in contention. Padres and the Astros. Padres 7-21, that's 2. Astros 12-12, that's 1. That's a win for the Friars. Mets and the Phillies. The Mets are hot. They are now in first place in the National League East. Mets 11-41, and that is 4. Phillies 123, and that is 1. That's another happy recap for my Mets. Reds and the Giants. Reds 9-24, that is 2. Giants 13-65, that's 9. And that is a win for the Giants. Expos and the Cardinals. The Cardinals, however, are right behind the Mets. Expos 6, 654, and that is 5. Cardinals 11-11, that's 0, and that is an actual win for the Expos. On to June 20. White Sox and California in a doubleheader. White Sox 9-61, that's 6. Angels 3-14, that's 0. The White Sox win the first. White Sox 20-15, and that is 3. Angels 3-61, that's 5. They'll split the twin bill. Baltimore at Cleveland in a doubleheader. Orioles 14-45, and that's 5. Indians 4-42, that's 3. The O's take the first. Baltimore 19-36, that's 6. Indians 4-54, and that is 4. Baltimore takes both. Washington at Detroit. Washington 4-25, and that is 2. Tigers 8-66, that's 9. Tigers need wins. Minnesota at Oakland. Twins 14-23, that's 3. Oakland 10-63, that's 7. Another win for the A's. Kansas City at the Pilots, doubleheader. Royals 8-53, and that is 5. Pilots 9-24, and that's 2. Royals take the first. Royals 7-41, and that is 3. Pilots 7-41, and that is also 3. They will tie. Extra innings. Royals roll a 2 plus 0. Seattle rolls a 1 plus 0. That will be a win for the Royals. They will take both games from the Pilots, and the Pilots are now beginning to play like an expansion team. Giants and the Braves. Braves need wins. Giants 9-33, and that is 3. Atlanta 9-55, and that's 6. That's a win for the Braves, as of course the Braves won that division historically in '69. They're a little behind. They got but plenty of time, of course. Expos and the Cubs. Expos 3-26, that's 2. Cubs 12-51, and that's 5, and that's a win for the Cubbies. Dodgers and the Reds. Dodgers 15-13, and that is 2. Reds 15-51, that's 6. That game belongs to the Reds. Padres and the Astros in a doubleheader. Padres minus 244, that is 2. Astros 11-25, and that's 3. The Astros will take the first one. Padres 644, that is 4. Astros 13-24, and that's 3. And they will split the twin bill. Cardinals and the Mets. Huge series right now. Big series between the Cardinals and the Mets. The Mets do lead the National League East, but the Cardinals are right behind them. Cardinals 652, and that is 4. Mets 0-61, that is also 4. They will tie. Cardinals roll a 4 plus 0. Mets roll a 6 plus 3 is 9, and that will be a happy recap for the Mets. Pirates and the Phillies. Pirates 14-21, and that's 3. Phillies 8-65, and that is 8. And that's a win for the Fighting Phils. On to June 21st. Yankees at Boston in a doubleheader. We have these two tomorrow morning. Yankees 5-14, that's 1. Red Sox 8-12, that's 0. Yankees win the first one. Yankees 9-23, and that's 2. Red Sox 7-44, that is 4. And they'll split the twin bill. White Sox and the Angels. White Sox 2-12, that's 0. Angels 5-44, that's 3. A win for the Halos. Baltimore at Cleveland. Baltimore 14-32, and that is 4. Indians 0-22, that's 1. And right now the Tribe just can't get out of their own way. Washington, and they really weren't that good that year. Washington at Detroit. Senators 7-54, and that is 5. Tigers 11-53, and that's 6. A win for the Cats. Minnesota at Oakland. Minnesota 12-46, and that is 5. Athletics 7-24, that's 2. Big win for the Twins. Kansas City and the Pilots. Royals 10-15, that is 2. Pilots 7-63, that's 6. A win for the Flyboys. Giants and the Braves. Giants 5-56, that is 5. Braves 15-62, that is 8. And that's another win for the Bravos, Expos, and the Cubs. Expos 5-41, that is 3. Cubs 14-41, and that is 5. And the Cubbies will another one. Dodgers and the Reds. Dodgers 12-65, that is 9. Reds 8-15, and that is 1. And that's a win for the Dodgers. Padres and the Astros. Padres 4-62, that is 5. The Astros 10-14, that's 1. That's a win for the Friars. Cardinals and the Mets. Mets go ahead of another, again, big series against the Redbirds. Cardinals and the Mets. Cardinals 3-34, and that's 2. Mets 8-11, that's 0. The Redbirds will get that win. Pirates and the Phillies. Pirates 16-54, and that is 7. Phillies 6-65, that is also 7. They will go to extras. Pirates roll a 4 plus 0. Phillies roll a 1 plus 0. That will be a win for the Bucks. That is your 10-minute ticker. If your team won tonight, congratulations. If they didn't, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be June 22nd. We will be at Fenway Park for the rivalry. The New York Yankees take on, I almost said Mets. New York Yankees take on the Boston Red Sox. Bill Burbach will be going for the Yankees, and Ray Jarvis will be going for the Red Sox. Always a good game every time the Yankees and the Red Sox get together, and you know you don't want to miss that game. The Bronx Bombers and the Red Hose, Burbach and Jarvis, be there or be square. Doug Hunt, David Vega, Frank Rosenk, Frank S. Beatles Eternally, Matthew Stringer, Clee Baseball Fan. Vita Productions, Marlon Price, Phoenix Knight, Cutter Historical, D. Scott Howard, and of course, Steeler Fan. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out the turnstiles. I think this game actually deserved it. Subscribe if you've not done so. Make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Baltimore Orioles, they go ahead and peck at the Senators. They knock them out of the game today. Orioles win it 10-6. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning.